What's up, guys? Welcome to DYAD in the Force. I am Element.
And I am Choco, and we are talking Bad Batch. Last week we had an awesome episode. We had Omega and Crosshair escape. They run into Fatty No Neck, the stupid thumb looking bastard. They play some cards, and then Star Wars Patrick Star steals their dog. And at the end, he actually has an encounter with a monster, which is a fitting end for Star Wars Grimace. But most importantly, we had Omega and Crosshair meeting back up with the Bad Batch. We got cut off at the end. We don't know how they responded, and I got thoughts.
Feeling good. Once again, joined by Cal. Cal, how you doing?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm optimistic for what's gonna happen this episode.
Yeah, we ended the last episode contemplating whether or not we were going to just get right into it and see what was going to happen in the next frame, but I have a feeling we're going to go into a subplot and not get back to them until halfway through the episode.
I hate it, but yes.
There you go. I do feel like this happy reunion is about to be cut short by the Empire showing up and it causing tension because Hunter's going to immediately assume Crosshair's the one who led them to them.
All right, let's get straight into the episode. This one is called The Return. So we're not going to see the direct aftermath.
Huh. Or is this a dream?
How are they going to make all of us wrong?
Honestly, that's what I always prefer. I prefer being wrong.
Yeah.
Well, Crosshair's not there.
Who's away? How'd you sleep?
Better than ever.
Delivery from Shep and Liana.
Another one.
They're happy you're back.
I'll check on him.
I guess we're just wrong.
Yep.
As soon as the episode ended, we're like, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, let's go ahead and sleep. Okay. Oh, how beautiful. Oh.
You could totally write that thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Liana found you then.
Their ability to do so is uncanny. Being a sniper is more than
Yeah.
just looking through a scope.
Just gonna train.
It's about patience, reading the environment.
That's good enough for me.
There you go, Wrecker. It's as simple as that.
53%. Well below your average.
Your average of 100%. I love that she's just like happy that everybody's back together, even though there's still like tension.
Testing.
Yeah.
Taking samples. Most were held in the detention wing, but I never saw what was in the vault.
It could have schematics, entry points.
Should have a
maybe
tracker
even
on it.
coordinates
That's
of
what I was
the base
thinking.
itself. Imperial encryption will be a problem, especially without tech.
Womp womp.
Oh, everybody's
Debbie
heads go down.
Plugging it into an
She did make her way all the way back to you.
It's like, yeah,
By
you
herself.
didn't rescue her.
Yeah.
We just got you back. No, I came back.
I got my own ass back.
Go to him.
They do care. Oh.
That's the one that he was at.
Yep. That
No
makes
heat
sense.
signatures inside of the depot.
Except for Asajj Ventress. Just like, whoa.
Quinlan Voss.
Hey, it does fit.
It's good to have him back.
Makes me happy.
He's gonna miss and embarrass himself.
It's like, I missed you, Screeching
You
Bird.
said this outpost was remote. Kill each other later. We're here for a reason. Let's crack into
You
the data
scared.
pad and get out of here.
Go to church.
I'm just laughing to be scolded by like a screwdriver on the hand.
Right? I was thinking the same thing. Like, that's so intimidating. Ooh. I think he said supplies and intel, right?
No, I mean they just need a place to plug in the data pad.
Oh, that's yep.
Where's Grace Park when you need her? Am I right?
Dang, I miss her. That's the old equipment.
That's his buddy's helmet.
Mm-hmm. Wonder if he takes parts of it to add to his armor.
It's hitting my heart something fierce. Is he still thinking about them?
If they weren't for the raiders.
That should do it.
Sandworm. The way the music kicked in there, I'm like, oh, just plug in your iPad.
More clone
Pull up
prisoners on
Spotify.
Tantus than we thought.
But it's like it's more Mass Effect-y right now.
Oh, 100%.
I was gonna say Jason Bourne.
Nope, the power is holding back like a force field, holding back a bunch of ice.
Where are you going?
To check the perimeter.
Because it's kind of like the bugs in Rebels, right?
Bug
There's
bridge.
probably a yeah.
Oh, I would love a Bad Batch Helldivers collab, if anything.
Oh, that'd be gnarly.
What happened, Crosshair?
Here comes the punch. I'll be right about something.
I killed an Imperial officer. You're angry because she escaped with my help, not yours.
Oh no.
Snowworm.
An Alaskan bullworm.
Bug tunnel breach.
Oh, could you imagine if we had to deal with bugs like that? That
I can and I
burrowed?
don't want to.
Just gonna in the ground.
I guess we know what the perimeter sensors are meant to keep out.
There's a fuse box for the reserve energy grid in the back of this compound.
One of
I
us
remember
needs
this in
to get
Jurassic
over there
Park.
and reset the grid manually.
I'll do it.
His aim's gotta come back at some point.
I think I
Okay,
just
you
made
just gotta do him like
angry.
Riven. Gotcha.
Fantastic. Okay, I found the fuse box.
Just follow the tunnels in the
Good.
ceiling.
Now prime the breaker.
Lead you
Following
to
the
a breaker.
piper. Mr. Hammond, I think we're back in business.
Be a big red button. Locked. Prime. Push it.
The fact that you guys can remember that so well is so impressive. I haven't seen that movie in like 25 years.
I'm just thinking, poor Timmy.
Had a weak point in the ice.
Badger's just digging at wherever he shoots.
I like how Crosshair's like, I dig like I do everything else with my gun.
Where's the worm? I can't find it.
Where you
That's
going?
right, Badger.
Where you going?
Scare him away.
This fight ain't over.
The last Ahamkara.
I just realized that goes back, but like, where's Rex?
Yeah, off doing his own thing. I do like that this is like 2 seasons of vindication for Pep.
See? They always work it out. You did all you could, kid.
I'm surprised
did
it's not on the
exactly what
logs of
you're
the ship that
supposed
they
to
used
do.
to
You got
catch up with
out
the
of
Marauder.
there.
It was most likely damaged. If we're searching for the simplest explanation.
It's going back to its nest.
So is that where he comes home after the end of the war?
Just here?
Yeah.
Perhaps. Man, the first 3 episodes truly did spoil us.
No,
I didn't watch so much.
we got what we needed from this.
Yeah.
Not only are they back together, but they are back together.
Mm-hmm.
And we got, you know, not to kind of put a damper on the happiness, but we got a full Bad Batch squad action episode without Tech, but still, like, everyone was kind of relatively back together. And just like Cal said, 2 seasons worth of vindication for Crosshair. I was holding out for the longest time. Like, the more I talked to people about Bad Batch season 1 and 2, I was like, I have a feeling he's gonna come back. They're like, no, he's never gonna be redeemed.
I mean, it's like they say, hope. It dangles on the string, like slow spinning redemption.
That was profound. Do you want to add to that? Andy Dufresne was a free man in the next one and crawled through 2 football fields worth of shit. I was on a podcast earlier talking to someone who was watching Star Wars for the first time, and they were appreciating all the camp, and I told them, well, get ready, because once you watch Andor, that's kind of like the Shawshank Redemption of Star Wars. It's like, gets kind of hard. The Bad Batch is back together. Crosshair is making amends, and, you know, I'm surprised he didn't tell Hunter about the friends he made at that base and why he kind of betrayed the Empire and killed that Imperial officer, but I think that'll come in the future.
That might just be an off-screen conversation. But
you don't?
It could also just be very personal to him, right? Like,
He's not an overly verbose person. Like, you could never accuse him of that.
So how did we feel about this episode in general?
It felt more natural of what they would actually do. Having to have the conversation right then and there before getting off the planet, especially with the Empire potentially being on their tails from what just happened. So it does make sense that it's more like, hop on, we'll talk later. I'm happy to be wrong. It's interesting because the Bad Batch is the exact opposite of the Clone Wars, right? It's all the people within the conflict. Outwardly, not a lot happened this episode, but emotionally, character-wise, so much happened this episode.
the most happened.
Yeah, so it's this show is an interesting, just turn on that previous formula.
I like too that for me personally, it shows one of Omega's truest strengths, which is bringing people together, seeing the best in people, and getting people to cooperate. It almost felt like a dream. It worked out. It's hard to process seeing the kind of the band back together in a way when you know just what everybody's been through. But it's like when you have those old friends that you haven't talked to in years, but then when you go to hang out, it's like no time's passed. Everybody in the end really just kind of come back together and be like, you know what, hey, we've all made mistakes, we all have regrets. It's all just about being better.
Yeah, because it saves us from the episode of the obvious, like, there's just certain tropes that just permeate media that are just so irritating. I thought you meant this. I thought you meant this. And then it becomes a conflict that lasts forever, that ruins everyone's lives.
What we discussed was tropes in and of itself, like, take us away from the what's happening and visit a subplot. And in regards to what Cal said, we talked earlier about how it's more exciting that they've gotten back together earlier. And in regards to what Choco said, I think that the decision, I didn't expect this to happen, which is always a good thing. I didn't expect them to revisit this site specifically. Like when the episode started and they had just kind of glossed over and said, everyone went to bed and now this is a new morning, and then they're just kind of like awkward with each other. I didn't think that they would go back to this base and revisit Crosshair's own trauma, and that was a great decision to do. And I think I was at my closest of shedding a tear for the Bad Batch, and for Crosshair in general, because you hate to see the guy suffer more than he already has, through consequences of his own making.
They all lost Crosshair. He lost that whole group of clones that he bonded with after realizing that he was wrong. So, no, it was a great episode to encapsulate what he's gone through, because he's gone through quite a journey on his own as well.
I was genuinely worried that this was going to be an entire episode of ho-humming around everything that's happened and just like no progress was made. So I really liked to see not only a revisit or a return to that place, but it really gave the perfect environment to showcase to Hunter Crosshair's not who you think he is. He's not this backstabbing traitor for the sake of being it. He still feels, and he felt he was right.
Going back to what you said about it not being Clone Wars, it is telling to see see us be so wrong about what's going to come next, and it's definitely going to affect my predictions moving forward. In that, it is not Clone Wars, and there is no subplots. And the entirety of this season is all about the main plot, which is Tantus and them trying to free the clones and whatnot. And so it brings me back to what Asajj Ventress is doing in this episode, what Cad Bane and Fennec Shand is doing, and it kind of forces me to reconfigure my thoughts on their involvement. And if this entire season is just about this main plot, what is their involvement in the main plot rather than visiting a subplot to just see those characters? You know, they're a part of this now, I'm sure of it, and my predictions moving forward is that they're in some way involved in this Tantus heist type of thing, and we won't have to go into a subplot to see what they're doing. They will be involved, and that's what I appreciate about this show, as Choco said, not being Clone Wars, is that there's just one plot, and I guess we're not going to go to any other subplot. These characters are going to come back.
Yeah. So we know Cad Bane sides with the Empire or with whoever he wants, and he continues on until Book of Boba Fett, right? Mm-hmm. Now we also have Asajj Ventress. Asajj lost all of her people, like all of her people, to the Empire, to the Sith, to this one entity. So I can see if she had, given into having a heart, because they just want their family back. They just want the clones to be safe, to be free. They just want to, let my people go, type thing. So, yeah, I can see Asajj Ventress getting behind that, because that's something she will never be able to do. Her opportunity is lost. Theirs isn't.
So what do you think Cad Bane is doing? We know Fennec Shand was once
opposing
hired.
them.
Okay, he's on the antagonist side. He's gonna say, Crosshair is a cold-blooded killer.
Yeah, Cad Bane is going to go up against Ventress and is going to act as if she was a Jedi, and she's very much not, and that's what's going to win her whatever their contest is.
All right, well, that'll do it for this reaction to Bad Batch: The Return, episode 5. Thanks to Cal4 for stopping by and being a part of this reaction.
I love Jurassic Park, so it was great to watch that in the Clone Wars
with a coat of Star Wars paint on it.
Yeah.
Well, that'll do it for this one. Go check out Cal4 on twitch.tv/Cal4 if you're interested in seeing him play some games. But other than that, this is the end. On to the next one.
For light and for life.
We are all the DYAD.
And may the Force be with you always.
Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hold on to your butts.